Hi, welcome back to our channel, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to animate the main trail. This is a free lesson from our Skillshare class, How to Animate Liquid Trails in Adobe Animate. If you have been following the series of videos, you'll see that in the previous lesson, we animated the circle moving in a spiral path. This time, we'll add the main trail to our animation. So a liquid blob has two elements, the main blob and the liquid trail. So let's first discuss and do the main blob. So in order to do that, let's first color our circle. So to color our circle, let's click the paint bucket tool, or the shortcut for that is K. And then let's just fill up our circle with color. So I'm gonna move to the next frame. Again, to traverse our timeline, so that we don't have to continually click this. It's on your keyboard, the period and comma. The period is gonna move forward, the comma is gonna move back in the timeline. So I'm currently on my paint bucket tool, so I'm just gonna do this. Now, again, one thing to note is that this paint bucket tool would only work if your path is closed. So for example, if your circle is right like that as an open path, it won't work. So if you click the paint bucket tool and try to fill it up and it doesn't work, one reason for that would probably be your path is open. So you need to close that up. So for example here, see, I can't do that because if I'm gonna zoom it in, it's open. We need to close this. Again, this one too. So we're done. So let's have a look at our animation. So what we're able to do is just to color this. Now let's add the main blob. So we're still gonna use this. Layer. We're not gonna create a new layer for the main blob. So the blob is, so I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna move forward in time. So the blob is that trail, the main trail. That, and I'm just gonna click K. So that is the main blob, and since our blob is like a liquid, is liquid in nature, so I want the shape to be this at the end. So it could be random, right? Because if it's liquid or water, the trail is a bit random. So it doesn't have to be like that. You can do it like this, right? A bit random. And how long should the main blob be? So let's just go through this one by one. So here, as you can see, I have my onion skin turned on, and what you see here is the frames after. This one is the frames before. We don't really need the frames after, so I could just adjust my onion skin so that it's like that. So we could only see just the frames before it, not after. Or we could even like put like that. So for the main trail, what we have to look for, or what you need to understand, is the faster the object is, right? The faster the movement, the longer the main blob is. The slower it is, the shorter the main blob is. So for example here, this is my current frame, this is my previous frame. So this is our like the distance, the speed, right? So this one is going to have a longer trail than the one before it. So how long it should be? It should be just about the previous position. So if I'm gonna make a trail, it's gonna be like that. And I'm just click K. So it's not going to be in the same position as the previous one right here, right? It's not gonna be that. It's just going to be here, just over the edge of the previous frame. And I'm gonna click K, color that in. So for this one, I choose just not to add a trail because the distance, or the distance with the previous frame is just too small. So we could just it doesn't matter anymore if it's too small to notice anyway. So I'm not gonna add a liquid trail or the main blob here. So this one is good. This one is a bit long, so we could now create our blob, and just make sure that it's not a straight line like this, right? Remember, our path is a bit a curve, so we could draw the main blob to be a curve, and it could be in any shape you want. It could be like this. It could also be like that. You could try to be as random as you could be. So this one's a bit over, right? We don't want that, so I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, I think that's good. So this one, we're gonna create another blob, and I don't want to use the same pattern over and over again. So I don't want to use that over and over again. So I could have a different something like this, right? It's a different pattern than before. So now it's slowing down. The main blob here is gonna get shorter. So see, the end of the blob, right, is just right here at the previous position. So this one would be here. It's just here, right? This is the previous position. It's right here. It's not over the previous position, but just on that position. So this one is already too close, right? The spacing is too tight. I think we could still add a bit of a blob, just a small one. So this is a bit, the distance a bit bigger, so we could add that in. This one too. So this, again, this is a curve. So when we draw this, make sure it's not straight like that, but a curve. You follow the path. So this one, let's just add a very, very small blob. And we could now stop doing that. Now let's have a look at our animation. I'm gonna click enter. And we could hide let's have a look without the path guide. How does it look? It looks good. So that's it. I hope you learned something today. This is the last free lesson we'll post. So if you want to learn further, you can take this class on Skillshare. The link is in the description below. In that class, you'll be doing a class project, and you'll be animating this plant. I'll be teaching you how to morph in and morph out, and later on, how to add liquid trails. So if you're interested in learning that, click the link in the description and get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare.